So last night was that glorious evening in the NBA known as Attack of the Snubs. Whoa. The night where everyone who didn't get picked for the All-Star game but thinks they should have goes out and shows everyone else just what they're missing. Remember Andre Drummond's tweet after he wasn't named a reserve? Quote, "Guess I gotta start going and doing backflips after every point I score just to get some attention around here." Well, turns out he didn't need the gymnastics. Last night, Drummond got plenty of eyeballs. See, gymnastics, what they did there? Plastering 30 points, 24 rebounds, 6 blocks on the Jazz. It was the same scene over in Philadelphia, where a snubbed-feeling Ben Simmons went ham, racking up a triple-double in less than 22 minutes of playing time. Oh, and then there was Damian Lillard, who after a couple years of snubs was actually not snubbed this time around.
He's still mad.
But was still upset over comments made by Russell Westbrook. Russ, you see, was upset over Paul George being snubbed. And in defending George, Russ said, quote, "You got guys complaining about getting snubbed until they get in, but the guys that deserve it, should be in, are not." Lillard fired back, saying, quote, "I earned my spot," and that he was disappointed with Russ. Then he went out and smothered the Wolves with 31 points. I mean, the Wolves didn't say it, but there you go. And all of this last night was great theater, which makes sense because, hey, watching someone be angry, play with something to prove, that's the basis of nearly every great sports movie. It's also yet another reminder of what the league is missing out on by keeping today's All-Star draft a secret. Come on.
She's going to double back.
You knew I was going to bring it back to that. You knew it. But in all seriousness, if we see what kind of chips on their shoulders guys have just from an All-Star snub, imagine the saltiness factor we would get in the actual All-Star game if guys felt snubbed by one of the team captains or where they ended up in the draft order.
Took me after who?
I wonder if anyone in the NBA agrees with me. Let's see.
I think it would have been a good idea to probably put it on TV.
That should definitely be live, the pick of the teams.
I wish they would announce it publicly because I think it'd be hilarious.
I think it should be televised. I mean, you made the All-Star game, you should televise who's going to be on what team.
Would you want to see that? Would you want to see that televised and see some guys scoring?
Sure.
Yeah?
I think that'd be cool. Televise it, Adam. Let's do it.
We all grown, man.
Yes, they are. Look, I get it, okay? I have accepted it. This year's decision has been made. This year's draft is not going to be televised. In fact, it's happening right now.
Really?
LeBron told me the other day he and Steph were scheduled for their phone call to draft teams this afternoon, right in this time slot. All ironies.
Could have done it on the jump.
Come on. He also told me, right? So he also told me he was toying with video recording his side of it, perhaps to release on Uninterrupted.
Nah. Got to be jump exclusive.
Right. He was probably joking. Although I say he should go for it. Attack of the Snubs on All-Star Sunday would be so much fun, indeed. So guys, in addition to calling out to LeBron if he has his TV on right now, just hit play, hit record, you're good. The NBPA just put out a statement. They're basically doing some pushback here. In the last 24 hours, there have been some columns, articles kind of blaming the agents for the draft not being televised, saying the agents have so much power they're trying to protect their clients. Well, the Players Association put this out and said, "We did not consult a single agent on the issue of a televised All-Star draft. It was the absence of a consensus by prospective players likely to be affected that led to support for a reveal." So, Paul, they're basically saying it's on us because we didn't have enough of the high-key players say they wanted it televised. And what do you say to that?
I say, who did they ask? I mean, who did they ask?
You want names.
I want names. Let's put a name behind it. I mean, we only could be talking about LeBron.
Well, we know what LeBron thinks because he has been on TV saying he wanted
Westbrook,
to televise.
Harden. Let's just talk about the elite of the elite. Steph Curry. Let's get 10 of them. Let's get 9 of them. When you got 9 of the top players and you say, all right, majority wins. Who wouldn't want that televised? Who wouldn't want the All-Star game to be more amplified? Like, oh, I'm picked last? Okay.
Let me show you.
Look
at the guys who were just snubbed last night. Imagine the All-Stars feeling that way.
They went off. The All-Star game would be so much better.
I agree with you. That's why I'll play devil's advocate. I thought Steph Curry had a really good comment about this. He said, this is our first year changing a system that's been one way for 70 years or however long. With the new format, I said, ease it in bit by bit. First, we got to introduce people to this concept. Then maybe the next thing you roll out next year in a couple of years is you start to televise the thing. So not all at once. I get it, you know. It's just too much change all at once.
Yeah,
I just feel like that should have been.
Change.
I just
I'm worried
thought.
about change.
We've done it the same way for 70+ years, Rachel.
Oh, I can't
Now all of a
handle
sudden
it.
you sort of switch.
Look, the point is, last year's game was so hard to watch. These games have gotten so
terrible.
hard to watch
Terrible.
that Chris Paul actually went to New York as the president of the Players Association.
Fun
That
police.
Michael Jordan got involved as an owner with Adam Silver and says, we need to do something. And really what this comes down to is, as Paul was saying, this televising it, making it public among the players even themselves, would have let you change the way the All-Star game
is
would
played.
come down.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the competition. Like, I just get tired of watching the last few All-Star games because it's just like a glorified pickup game. Nobody's playing
It's not even a
defense.
pickup game.
You know,
People
guys are
wandering
laying on the
No one
court.
cares.
Guys are high-fiving during the middle of action on the sideline. It's just not even, it wasn't even interesting.
And the argument that, oh, well, the teams, when they're released, at least you'll know, hey, quote, LeBron picked me or quote, Steph picked me. Well, you won't really know. Did he pick you or were you just the one left over? It's not really any different than playing for your
You don't think Steph
conference.
go and tell Kyrie?
Well, I think he's going to tell
LeBron's kicked
everyone.
you like 3 or 4 times.
I think he's going
man.
to tell everyone on my team, I picked you first.
Yeah.
Everyone. Picked everyone first.